Okay guys, right, we are live. Frazer Brookes here, coming to you from Formby. I'm back from the wedding. Excuse my face or anything. We had a good time, my best friends. So shout out to Dan and Rachel. If you're listening in or watching this, congratulations to you on your wedding. It was awesome. You both looked incredible, dead happy as well. Teary eyes in the room. Anyway, tonight I am with this guy right here, and we're going to be talking to you about how to handle objections. So there he is, Mr. Simon Brookes. Now this guy right here is my dad. If it wasn't for him, obviously I wouldn't even be on this earth. Or I would definitely not be in network marketing. We love pyramids, by the way. Pyramids are the great things. We're going to be talking a lot about pyramids in this video as well. So shout out to you guys. Give us a little love heart if you can, if you love a pyramid. We've got pyramids on the lampshades. We've got pyramids on the clock. We've got pyramids where the balls are set. You know, our favourite shapes of pyramid. So shout out to all the pyramid lovers. Anyway, so my dad.
Hi folks.
Been in the industry, in network marketing since
87.
There you go, his mind's going.
1987.
1987, 26th of October 1987. So
Yeah.
30 years.
This
years this year. Okay, so I want you to give me a 1, 2, 3 if you can actually hear us. Just so that, and also let us know what city you're actually calling in from, and then we're going to kind of get into it with tonight's Facebook Live as well. So shout out to all you guys who are staying up at 9 p.m. here in the UK, all around the world, wherever you're tuning in from. Let us know what city you're actually calling in from. With that being said, what we're going to do tonight is my dad has built teams and this is crazy, right? Because obviously not everyone stays at one company the rest of the time. You've been in a fragrance company.
Yep.
Health and wellness company.
Yep.
An e-commerce company.
Yep.
Travel company. With e-commerce.
Yeah.
And now finance.
Yeah.
Right? So, being involved in five different types, 5 different sectors of the network marketing industry, combined team distributors, over 250, 260,000 distributors.
Yeah.
Right? Which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's a few.
It's a few. But he doesn't stop, and he loves network marketing. So yeah, he's willing to help. He's given up some of his valuable time. The guy made $10 million in 10 years when I was 8 to 18, as a lot of you understood and a lot of you have heard. So we thought, why not get some insight from him? So you will have heard if you're in network marketing or you're looking to get involved in network marketing, some of the most important things are handling objections. I talk about it all the time. You need to become a professional storyteller. You need to be a beast at handling objections.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to identify the idiots and the time wasters.
Yeah.
So tonight we're going to be... I'm not going to do that. Tonight we're going to be talking about how to handle objections with this guy here. Now, think of your favourite mentor or person in network marketing. Think about that person. Imagine if you could spend every hour of every day growing up with that person for 20 plus years.
You'd either love them or kill them.
I've tried a couple of times to be fair, to love you. No, only joking. So what I'm going to do, we're going to role play, right? So if you throughout this, we're going to do 3 different objections. If you find value in any of the objections, I would love for you to be able to share this with other people. And if we reach 200, okay, this is a big challenge. If we reach 200 live viewers, which is a big ask, 200 live viewers, then I'll let you ask him the questions. An 8-figure industry earner. There's not many in the UK or Europe. There's not many around the world. Those of you who know Business for Home, he's in the top 100 all-time income earners as well. So congratulations on that, especially when it's not being these days. No internet, no social media, none of that, just all old school stuff. So let's get into it. Yeah. So you're speaking to me. We're either on the phone, we're either face-to-face, we're in a coffee shop, whatever it might be. Yeah. And you're going to say to me, obviously, what do you think of it? Blah, blah.
Okay, Frazer. So what do you think about the opportunity?
Yeah, it sounds like one of those pyramid schemes.
Pyramid schemes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you this question. And I heard this today for the very, very first time. I've been in the industry for 29 years, and today I actually read this for the very first time. That's interesting you say that. Do you know that you started yourself from a pyramid called Adam and Eve? Adam and Eve, I thought, whoa, what a great concept. Well, Adam and Eve, and then that's the biggest pyramid.
So, yeah. So before that though, what we obviously you generally heard that today, but like 29 years ago, 28 years ago, 27 years ago, when people go, oh yeah, Simon, that's one of those. All the people at the top making money in that.
Okay, I understand what you said. I tend to use the feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But let me tell you what I found. When you're involved in this type of industry, everything starts as a pyramid structure. Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Are you a member of a church? And they say, well, yes or no.
Okay, yes, I am.
Okay, well then you have. Who's the head of the church?
Catholic, the Pope.
The Pope?
Yeah.
Who's under the Pope? Cardinals, bishops, vicars, congregation. Can a congregation ever be the Pope? No. It's the biggest pyramid you're ever going to get. Okay, let's go to a different sector, which is the armed forces. Now, who's at the top of that pyramid? You've got the field marshal. Yeah. You've got the generals. Yeah. You've got the colonels. Yeah. You've got the majors. You've got the captains. You've got the sergeants. You've got the troops. Can they all be the field marshal? Not really. Everything is a structure of a pyramid.
Yeah. So what was the classic? You told me this going back about 5 years ago. When someone says that, so have you ever wanted to be at the top of one of those pyramids? Well, that's what I do. I teach people and help people to become at the top of their own pyramid. Okay, like you gotta have a laugh. The thing is, my dad.
So you know about a pyramid? Well, the person at the top makes all the money. That's me. I'm the person at the top. Whatever you do, whatever you say, make sure that you have a laugh.
What's your life motto? What's your life motto?
I live life by two philosophies. Number one, I never ever want to grow up. Number two, I never ever want to act my age. People say I'm the oldest, biggest Peter Pan in the world. So what?
He actually is as well. And he's actually numpty really, but he's good. So next one. Sorry.
The other thing with pyramid selling is, well, that's great if you want to move to Egypt, but I don't know many people that want to sell pyramids in my local village.
See, the funny thing about my dad is once he has hold of someone, he won't let them go. But also, if someone's trying to like make a mockery of what he does, he'll make a mockery of them. Yeah. Like faster, yeah, and he'll win as well. Hence the pyramid. If the front of the house, when you guys eventually get a chance to come see the house, you'll see that the front of his house has even got a pyramid shape at the top of the glass.
We was going to name the house Pyramid Lodge.
You don't know that,
but yeah, we were going to name it Pyramid Lodge.
Classic. So actually, real quick, let's talk about. So Mum and Dad, I'll tell the story. They were in that house that I showed in the magazine at the start of this video, and they had this. You obviously writing it down. You've probably got this somewhere, haven't you? It was a piece of white paper, and you wrote down him and my mum, Julie, and you wrote. In fact, I want to tell the story. You wrote down like all the things you wanted on a wish list.
All our goals, and it was short term, mid term, long term. And on the short term, there's things like knives and forks, underwear, towels, napkins, silly stuff, and then it went on and on.
So you had a wish list, didn't you, from the house? So you wanted this, you wanted that, you wanted this, you wanted that, and this is the house.
Oh, sorry, you're not talking about goals. You're talking about a wish list.
Yeah, sorry.
A design house.
He's got so many different types of goals. He doesn't even call it a goal; it's a wish list. Okay, so you built this one. But before that, they actually they bought a house, which was at the time very, very expensive. And I've completely forgotten the reason why I was going to say what I was going to say. But you were in that. You visualised everything, didn't you?
Every blade of grass, every pane of glass, and everything else. Right down to exactly the window frame, the atrium, the en-suites, the games room, the kitchen, everything was visualised.
Now, if you're in the UK, right, give us a like on this video because I'm going to tell you a really funny thing that he tends to just literally up yours to everyone else. So, in the UK, there's something called the Grand National, all right? And in the Grand National, you have the fences, don't you, where the horses jump over. And one of the, I mean, he's a legend. That's what he is. Not an idiot or an nut, he's a legend. So, what he did is one of the biggest jumps. Okay, one of the biggest jumps is called Beach's Brook. So because my dad, I said it so much now in the video, because Dad basically had a massive jump in his life in terms of his success, in terms of family, in terms of business, everything. He jumped and made a massive jump. So he called the house Beeches Brook. Called the house.
If you Google the Grand National, the UK Grand National, if you're not in the UK, and you just say which is the highest horse fence, and it will say Beeches Brook. Now, we called the house Beeches Brook. Why? Because we was 500 yards from the beach. Brook, as in Brookes, our name is Brookes, and it was a massive jump for us. So we thought naturally Beeches Brook is summed it all up.
Yeah, we've just gone on a massive tangent, by the way.
Yeah, well,
so anyway, how to handle objections. That's how to deal with objection handlers, I suppose. Yeah. So next one. What do you think of it? I don't have the time.
Really? Okay, so with this objection, never answer the objection. Answer the objection with a question. So when someone says, oh, it sounds great, but I don't have any time. Really? How much time do you have?
24 hours in a day, but how much spare time? Well, after I've watched EastEnders, and once I've played on my Game Boy, I don't know, an hour a day.
Okay, so can I ask you this question? If you could actually give me 60 minutes a day, that's all I'm asking for, 60 minutes a day, to put into your own business, which means you're not going to build somebody else's dream, you're going to build you're going to build your dream. Does that sound fair? Could you give me 60 minutes a day? If you could move your diary and just change different stuff around and just give me 60 minutes a day, 60 minutes sounds less than 1 hour. Understand that?
Yeah.
60 minutes.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, that means you could be able to give me 7 hours a week.
Oh, yeah.
If you could give me 7 hours a week, I could show you how to make £1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Spare time.
Yeah, it's spare time. That's nearly more than I make my full-time job, and I'm doing 40 hours a week.
There you go.
Yeah. So Dad actually said something right there, and I want you to write down these 4 words. All right? Remember the 4 words you said? He says it. He doesn't even realise he says it because he's just like a tape replayer. Does
that sound fair?
Does that sound fair? Use that. You know what? He says it all the time to me, and I say yes automatically, or I know what he's saying. Even around the house, like I'll do this.
We're at the dinner table. Can you pass me over? Does that sound fair? Oh, Frazer, can you just go and speak that? Does that sound fair? You always get a yes. You don't want to get a no in anything you do. That's what I used to say to his mother when I first met her. Does that sound fair?
Oh my God. And with that, guys, we're not going to go to the third one. We're going to finish it right here. Anyway, no. So, okay. I don't want the money.
Okay. Don't forget. Don't answer the question. Answer the objection with a question. So, how much money do you have?
What, in the bank?
Well, no. You say you haven't got enough money to get started in the business.
Yeah,
so how much money have you got right now to actually start a business?
Well, let's pretend that I was when I first started.
Okay.
£12.
£12. Okay. So if we could work out a strategy where you could actually get enough money to get started and you could make a significant income, whether that be £1,000 a month, whether it be £2,000 a month, £5,000 a month, £10,000 a month, or however many thousand a month, would you be open to actually taking a close look at the opportunity and perhaps even joining? Because the way to look at it is it's all about value. It's like if I said to Frazer, I've got a Ferrari Testarossa parked on my drive that's valued at £247,000 in Rosso red with cream leather interior, and it's valued at £247,000, but all I want is £5,000, and he hasn't got a pot of piss in. What would he do? He'd go to Marks and Spencer's, he'd buy a balaclava, he'd put it on, he'd get a shotgun, and he'd go to Barclays Bank or NatWest and rob the bank to get the £5,000. Perception of value.
Absolutely.
That's what you've got to focus on.
I remember you saying that. You always said, what was the one? By the way, guys, it's going off a little bit topic, but you always said to me, you said, if you're going to rob a bank, Brilliant fatherhood, by the way. If you're gonna rob a bank, what do you need the most? And I said, a balaclava. He goes, no, obviously, after you've got the balaclava, you need the blueprint. You need to know where the vault is, where the security guards are. Jeez, we might get shut down here. Mark Zuckerberg, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. It's an example for a training, right? So you need to know where it all is. You need to have a blueprint.
You need your exit strategy. You need to know how to get out of the bank once you've got the dough. When you've got the money, you need to be thinking, where am I going? Which is the quickest way out? Or if you get the no, you need to know, oh my God, where should we go?
Yeah, okay. So we're hopefully teaching you good things here. So I don't want to see newspaper reports tomorrow that there's been like 3 bank robberies in the UK or anywhere around the world. So, all right. So on the back of that, obviously listening to Dad and other different things, I've heard him use so many tactics, but does that sound fair? Works beautifully well. Every time, you always get a yes, don't you?
I know.
They don't go, no, it doesn't sound fair.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't sound fair, that. Because you're providing so much and such an opportunity up front. So I use what Dad says with the whole don't answer a question with a question, or don't answer an objection with a question. And I basically say, so he says like the pyramid, the time, the money. I'll go, that's not a problem, but do you see the opportunity for both you and I to make some serious money with this, or to make some serious impact with this, or serious significance with this? And the answer is like, it's great because it's all a filter, it's a sorting process, isn't it?
Yeah.
They either go, no, I don't see it, I don't see the opportunity. All right, see ya, next. All right. If they say, yeah, I do, but I just don't have that time, then I go into what my dad does and says, well, how much time do you have? If I could show you a way how you could earn X a month, then would you be willing to check?
Would you be able to switch off Dead Enders or Corporation Street or whichever program you're watching, and you could just take those hours and just put them into your dream? And I could share with you a strategy where we could build a significant income. Does that sound fair?
Okay. So, with finishing, guys, if you've got any value from this, feel free to share it. I'm just going to ask him some really weird questions. What is your favourite football team?
Oh, that's a little bit obvious.
Liverpool! So, really weird question. Really weird thing. I was at an Irish wedding yesterday, and they played some. My friend, if he's watching this, he'll laugh at this one. They were playing some like Irish music, and we have our own Liverpool. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. It's a bad story. Okay, what's your favourite movie? I know what your favourite movie is. You might have forgotten what your own favourite movie is.
My favourite movie is Pretty Woman.
Yeah. You're a nutter. And what is your favourite food?
Thai.
Thai food? Like Thai curry? Yeah. Nice. I like Thai. Anyway, so let's do one more. In fact, guys, if you've got any objections, put them in. What would you do if this, or put it in, just give us your objection in the comments, and I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick one of them, and I'm going to ask him. Obviously, don't do the pyramid, the money, the time, because we've just answered that one. But yes, Danny, you'll never walk alone. Leslie, Kevin Keegan was a legend. Sharon, Chelsea Football Club, not here.
Oh, turn off.
Turn it off.
Delete.
I'm only joking. All right, cool. So if anyone's got any objections, we'll be going to hanging around for a little bit. But if not, then tag your teams, share this video with anyone, put it into any groups. Feel free to ask any questions or let us know as well. Ooh, good one. Actually, I will leave it there. Thank you, Duncan. I get this one a lot, actually, so it'll be interesting to see that. Your products sound a little bit too expensive.
Really? Mm-hmm. In comparison to what?
I don't actually know. In comparison to the alternative that's on the supermarket, it's on Tesco's.
Okay, well let's look at, now you've got to understand that whatever your product is that someone's saying, oh, your product's too expensive, you then got to be saying to yourself, well, why are they saying that? Do you genuinely think that? Understand to yourself, well, they're saying it for a reason. So you've now got to give them the answer that they're going to be satisfied with. So you say, in comparison to what? Oh, well, In Tesco's, it's a lot cheaper. Or in the local drugstore, it's a lot cheaper. Yeah, but if that's the case, that's because it hasn't got this, or this. And we've got this. We've got documentation that it's been approved by this, and this. So you've got to back it up with some facts.
Give the value of the product.
Value.
Yeah, like what you said before about the Ferrari story.
Yeah.
If you give the value enough, the price won't matter.
Correct.
For example, what price can you put on your health?
Yeah.
You can't, can you? Real quick, let's just have a look. Okay. Okay. But everyone's doing that. I've heard everyone's doing that. Saturation. Let's talk about that. Okay.
Here's one of the best ones. One of my favourites. Oh, it's saturated. Oh, it's going to get saturated. Really? Can I ask you a question? Brilliant. How many people own a fridge? Oh, everybody. How many shops sell fridges? Oh, loads. How many fridges do you ever buy in your lifetime? Oh, one or two. Oh, they've saturated the market. And those companies don't sell any other different products. It's either fridges or nothing. So they never saturate. Saturation, understand one thing. Saturation is a myth. There's no company that's ever saturated the market. But this is what I tend to say when I'm speaking to a prospect about the opportunity. And they turn around and say, oh, it's going to be saturated. It's a myth. Yeah. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? But I tell you what, John, let's just imagine in 5 years' time, we saturate the market. We're both the multi-billionaires. Is that a problem that you can cope with?
There was one you told me a long time ago, talking about saturation. I think you said, I'm 18 today. I'm not 18, but I'm in this example. I'm 18 today.
No, yeah. The saturation was, the question was...
No, I'm saying is, if I'm 18 today, next year I'm 19, people who are 17 are 18. Yeah. It's always a moving market. Yeah. It's always a new audience, isn't it?
The growth of the human race is growing all the time. People die and people are born. So you can never ever saturate people.
Sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, do you know something? My bank manager says that many, many times. But do you know something? They can't prove when it's not too good to be true. And let's be honest, folks. Just imagine if your opportunity is too good to be true. So frigging what? You know, we all want to live in a system and a market where other people are working for their living. They're building somebody else's dream. We need somebody to clean our shoes, to stir our coffee, to clean our houses, to clean our windows, to clean our cars, and to do all these other jobs that we don't want to do. I love making enough money to pay people to do all those things.
Yeah.
But when people think, it's not going to be for me, it's too expensive, it's never going to work, or whatever, they're people in just their own paradigm.
Yeah. Brilliant. You know what? I learn things all the time from my dad. It's weird. I genuinely don't know of one person. This is massive kudos to you. But I don't know of one person who's got the skill of repetition. I've got hay fever. I'm not well enough. I promise. I've not what you've mastered the art of repetition. There's a story real quick. You know, I like telling stories. We went to the Grand Canyon in Las Vegas in 2014.
Yeah.
Went to 2014. It was great to I'd be able to go, travel the world with my dad and my mum and other people who were in the organisation at the time and still with us today. What happened was we went to the Grand Canyon. We hired a car, went to the Grand Canyon.
I know it comes.
And literally, the whole car was full. And on the way back,
stop. It was not a car. It was a people carrier. 8 of us was in this vehicle.
Yeah, it was 8 of us. Yeah. Anyway, full in his people carrier. And we're driving back, and we're knackered, to be fair, because it's been a long day and that. And we're just joking, and Alan, legend, was driving the car. Took him a while to figure out how to drive the car. If you watch it, he'll laugh at that. And he just goes, you know what, Sam? every time I'm on a three-way call with you, you always say the same thing. In fact, I am going to, because Dad's story-based, I'm going to tell you what you say. So he starts, he says, oh man, he does a story, I'm not going to go into it. And then I was in the car, because I'd heard it so much, I then started adding on to it. Another lad, Manesh, was in the car. He'd heard it so many times. He started going to it. My mum was in the car. She heard it so many times. It was just the same thing. Literally, word perfect. And that is what you need to do. I said at the start of this video that you need to become a professional storyteller. He is a professional.
Understand one thing. Mm-hmm. Never, ever change your message. Change your audience. Mm-hmm. Change the audience that you're telling the message to. So you keep the message exactly the same, but it's always to a different audience.
Yeah, so what comes out of your mouth is the same. What goes, the set of it is just different.
Always different.
Right. And that is what I wanted to let you know that I picked from listening to everything. Obviously, you're very good at a lot of things. Everything, really. But repetition is like, you're so good.
Thank you. That's it. That's gone.
Am I good at anything or not? No, I'm joking.
Well, if I said you're the perfect son, but the house is big, but it's not that big, you wouldn't be able to get your head out the door.
That's we got double doors now.
Yeah.
Right, guys. With that, thanks so much for listening. Next week, next Tuesday at 9 p.m. UK time, I'm going to be talking to you about vision. The reason why is because I recently went to the opticians and had a massive realization. So I want to be sharing with you something that I've used since I've been involved in the industry of network marketing to get duplication inside of your organization using one tip, but also understanding what it is you actually do. So when anyone says to you, Winnie, Ellen, Leslie, Charlotte, Ian, Corey, what do you do? I am going to give you the answer to what it is that you do. So Dad, thanks so much. Appreciate it. That was awesome. If you like this, give us a wow. If you like this, share it with whoever you think would get value. If you like this, tag your team in. If you like this, give us a. If we get a load of wows on this video, then I'll ask him back.
I have so far the travel to be here with you.
His office is the other side of that window. So here's the thing, right? If this video, and I'm saying it at the end, if this video gets 100 wows, big ask, 100 wows, yeah? If this video gets 100 wows, I'll get you back. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
There you go! There we go!
Always in yeah, give me five!
Right, guys, that's enough of us being idiots. See you all soon. Have a great night. I'm going to go rest my head because my head's banging. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.